Good day everyone. So in this video, I'm gonna discuss the binary choice type of assessment. So before I proceed to the objectives, please write or do this activity and write it in a 1/4 sheet of paper and pass it on Monday. You may pause the video to screenshot the slide. So, our objectives are discuss what binary choice item, its advantages and disadvantages. Number 2, evaluate binary choice items using quality indicators. So, a binary choice items is when students select an answer from only two response categories. For example, true or false, yes or no, agree or disagree, fact or opinion, and so on. So, a binary choice item is constructed from a propositional statement. A propositional statement is a declarative sentence that make a claim or relationship among contents. For example, the cell is the basic unit of life. Now, you may keep it as is or rephrase and keep the same meaning or change one aspect of the statement. As such, it is direct and simple to measure one knowledge, fact, definition, and so on if one of the two responses is absolutely true or false, correct or incorrect, yes or no, and so on. And compared to multiple choice items, binary choice item is easy to construct or quick and administer to make. Next is the advantage and disadvantage of a binary choice item. Using binary choice item has several advantages. First, the format of question is similar to what is asked in class, so students are familiar with the thinking process. Second, efficient testing. It allows extensive sampling of knowledge because students are able to answer many items in a short time because there is only two choices to choose. Third, simple language. It is written to easy to understand sentences. Also similar to multiple choice, the scoring is objective and quick. But compared to multiple choice, binary choice questions are relatively easy to construct. Next is the disadvantages of a binary choice items. Similar to multiple choice item, they are guessing risk, test wiseness, and misleading score if the items are poorly constructed and often more test wise. So a combination of guessing and poorly constructed items gives clues to the correct answer and allows some students to score well even though their level of knowledge is weak. Thus, it has a misleading score that affect reliability. Do this activity, everyone, because this will serve as a formative assessment and you need to pass it on Monday. Now let's proceed to the guidelines for writing a binary choice items. First, write the item so that the answer options are consistent with the logic in the sentence. For example, if you want to test spelling knowledge, it doesn't make much sense to use true or false question. It would be better to use correct or incorrect. Kaya we need to write the questions beforehand. The second guideline is include a single fact or idea in the item. For assessing the knowledge of the learners, we must avoid two or more fact or idea in writing an item of binary choice because it may cause ambiguity and error. So, for example, here in the slide. So the third one is avoid long sentences. For example here, nakikita ninyo dito sa poor is masyadong mahaba which ang mas gina-favor niya is yung may strong reading comprehension skills. So to improve it, be more concise sa pag-write ng items. The next one is avoid insignificant or trivial facts and words. As you can see here sa mga examples, hindi naman siya anchored sa learning targets na iyong gidiscuss. So, be more concise. The next one is avoid negative statement. Similar din siya sa multiple choice. We must avoid not or except. Kung ating gagamitin naman siya, we must underline bold caps ang not or except sa items na iyong ginawa. So, this guideline is similar din siya sa guideline ng multiple choice questions. The next one is avoid clues to the answer. As you notice in the examples, the word all. So, the word all, never, every, always, and absolute are usually the answer is false. So, we must avoid any clues or pattern that provide clues to the answer, such as alternating true, false, true, false, true, false. Also, the length of an item may give a clue to the answer. The seventh is do not try to trick students, from the word trick. So it might frustrate students and undermine your credibility and mislead the validity of the items. For example here, the human brain uses exactly 10% of its total capacity. So this item plays more on popular myth, hindi sa totally understanding ng iyong student. So to improve it, be more accurate and conceptually focused. So the last one is avoid using vague adjectives and adverbs. So as you notice here in the examples, the word usually and frequently, marami pa yung iba like occasionally, typically, and sometimes. So this word, it is differently interpreted by each student. So we must avoid it to be more fair sa ating binary choice item. For example, the word many, it is more general but appropriate. So, an assignment everyone, so you need to pass it on Monday. Thank you.